"Don't be afraid, we've come to your rescue." The words, shouted in Mandarin with a Guizhou accent and translated into Burmese, echoed deep into the ruins until at last a hoarse voice responded. Hours later, the tireless efforts of China's Yunnan Rescue Medical Team finally paid off. A 73-year-old elderly was pulled out from the wrecks of a collapsed hospital after being trapped for almost 40 hours. A magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck central Myanmar around noon on March 28 local time, followed by relentless aftershocks. The devastation was severe across multiple regions, including Myanmar's capital, Naypyidaw, and the country's second-largest city, Mandalay. In late March, temperatures across the country already soared to about 40 degrees Celsius, given its tropical climate. In the intense heat, collapsed buildings, cracked roads, and disrupted communication have all made the disaster even more unforgiving. The first night after the earthquake was sleepless for many, and not just in Myanmar. 18 hours after the disaster struck, the 37 members of China's Yunnan Rescue Medical Team arrived in Yangon, Myanmar, bringing 5 tons of emergency supplies before heading immediately to Naypyidaw. They were the first international rescue team to reach Myanmar. In the early hours of March 30th, the team rescued their first survivor, the very scene described at the beginning. Myanmar and China call each other Pokpo, a Myanmar term for siblings. When the Pokpo are in danger, standing idly by is not an option for China. In the wake of the disaster, and in response to a request from the Myanmar government, China swiftly extended a helping hand. China has pledged Myanmar 100 million yuan in emergency humanitarian aid to support earthquake relief efforts, with the first batch of relief supplies arriving on March 31st. The Chinese government also dispatched to the earthquake-stricken areas 2 rescue teams, each with more than 80 members. The country also assigned 2 Y-20 aircraft from the Chinese Air Force with 118 members on board, along with search and rescue dogs, rescue vehicles, and other essential supplies. The rescue team from the Hong Kong SAR government, the Chinese Red Cross International Emergency Response Team, as well as civilian responders from various Chinese cities like Shanghai, Xiamen, and Hangzhou all poured in their support, wrestling against death and time to save lives in Myanmar. Within the critical 72-hour rescue window, Chinese rescue teams successfully put multiple survivors from the rubble in Naypyidaw and Mandalay, including a pregnant woman and a 5-year-old child. Besides the rescue, they also helped restore communication with the outside world and provided comfort to those affected. Though the golden window has closed, the rescue mission continues. Everyone is praying for new miracles. China and Myanmar share a deep, thoughtful friendship, and their mutual support during times of crisis is nothing new. Back in 2008, when a devastating earthquake hit Wenchuan in China's Sichuan province, Myanmar stepped up with heartfelt donations for disaster relief. During the initial outbreak of COVID-19, people from all fronts in Myanmar sent critical supplies to China, and later, the 2 countries also worked closely to fight the pandemic. Today, as Myanmar faces a major natural disaster, it is only natural for China to stand with Myanmar hand in hand. We sincerely expect to see more miracles of life and send our most sincere prayers to the people suffering from the earthquake. Thank you for watching. I'm Xu Yi in Beijing.